morning and welcome to Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, located at 5109 Pendleton, South Carolina. Here on a cloudy and kind of rainy day. I'm your host, Don Acevedo, along with my co-host, Mark Stoudemire here.
Hello, hello.
Right to your left. Today is Wednesday, July 24th, 2023. Wet weather. July 24th, excuse me, 2023.
24.
Oh, 24. I'm sorry, I got that right. I'll get it right. Today, weather outside is 77 degrees and mostly cloudy skies. The high today will reach 87 degrees. It's kind of a nice day out there, you know, it's a little cloudy. Our shout outs go to Jane, Josh, Heather, Carter, Blaine, Hampton, Hudson, Kinsey, Kim, Grant, Sylvia, Heidi, Harper, Charlie, and of course always loves my boy back here, Martin. Here at Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass, we have music lessons all week. Teach fiddle, classical violin, mandolin, bass, guitar, banjo, anything with a string on it. We teach. We teach. So we have the best instructors in the upstate.
Keep it at the camera.
We have the best instructors in the upstate. By the way, this is one of our instructors. He teaches, well, actually teach anything with a string on it, but his main concentration here at the store is mandolin and that big upright bass back there.
Ukulele too, if
Oh, yeah.
anybody's interested in ukulele.
Yeah, if you have one ukulele lessons, come and see Mark. He teaches that too. Okay, let's move on. Okay, for more information on lessons, call me, Don, at 864-376-1482. I apologize that I have to look down from the camera, but my prompter's not working, so I gotta read it off a piece of paper. So anyway, please click on this on the subscribe button below to subscribe to our channel. On the subscribe button below, press subscribe to our channel, and then we'll pick you up from there. Our sponsor for today is Jeff Martin Auctioneers, and we got an auction coming up, I believe, August the 12th. August the 12th will be a live or online auction at Jeff Martin Auctioneers. They have vehicles, pickups, boats, motorcycles, RV, and about anything that you want. They have it out there, heavy equipment and stuff. Need to contact your sales professional today, Blaine Albertson, 864-556-5384. Again, contact Blaine Albertson, 864-556-5384 for all your auction needs. Good boy. A good boy there. Okay, let me move on. Here we go. Again, we're located at 5109 Liberty Highway, Pendleton, South Carolina. So come and visit us Saturday if you want to, 6:30 to 11. We're here. You don't have to play anything. Just come and sit and listen, or if you play, bring your instrument and we'll play. The way it works is we sit around in a circle from 6:30 till about 8 o'clock. Then we at 8 o'clock we put the chairs up from the circle, and then by then some of your upper musicians will be here at the store, and then we actually do a little show for you until closing time. Okay, you can follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook under Breazeale Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under BG Bluegrass. Let me go over that again. You can follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Facebook under Breazeale's Grocery Bluegrass, and Instagram under BG Bluegrass. We have pork rinds. We have 5 flavors. I think we're down to about 2 bags now. So we got all the right flavors. We sell hats, t-shirts, mugs. We also sell instruments, fiddles, mandolin, and banjos. Yeah, I've got some really good banjos for sale back there. So if you're interested in learning to play the banjo or know how to play the banjo, want to buy a banjo, contact me, 864-376-1482. I have a nice, I believe it's a 67 model Gibson back there.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, is what we got back there for sale. We sell bass, guitars, anything with a string on it. We sell. So that's all my announcements. Welcome to the show, Mark, and he's cooked up
Hello.
something. We cooked it. Tell them what we're gonna do today.
Okay, well, we thought last week we were gonna continue the story about the farm, but I think Don's kind of decided that he's finished that. So at the last minute here, again, we're unrehearsed, but I'm going to ask Don to get his guitar and tune it up and get his lyric notebook, and we're just gonna play a few tunes. I have my bass over here, and I'll play bass for him. And we'll do some of the common things we do. Sometimes Don comes over to the house and we kind of have a little practice session, so if he's got any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. And after we do some on the guitar, if there's time, we may get him to get his old 5-string out and play Cripple Creek for you to close it out here. So Don is gone to get his guitar. Let me get my bass right quick and we'll be set to go here. Okay. Now I have the ukulele bass with me and I have the ukulele bass on. See if you can hear. Let me turn it up just a little bit. Ms. Producer, can you hear that okay on the system? Too loud? You don't hear it too much? Well, I'll go louder and we'll see what we can do. That sounds really loud to me. Pardon?
I hear it there, but not here.
Okay, you don't hear it at all on the telecast?
That's loud.
Jane says they can't hear it. Well, I'll just leave it here and we'll do the best we can, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll try to play it a little, I'll have to play it a little softer for Don. But here's our theme song. I'll open with a chorus of our theme song while Don's getting squared away. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a dimmy John. A hot corn, cold corn, bring along a dimmy John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a dimmy John. Fair will Uncle Bill see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Well, it's upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. See Uncle Bill just a raring and a pitching. Yes, sir. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a dimmy John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a dimmy John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along a dimmy John. There will Uncle Bill see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. I hope that came through. You need your notebook.
Huh?
You need your song.
Oh, my songbook. Yeah.
Okay, Don's getting a song book, and then we're just going to do some songs for you. Let Don sing a few for you, because he's the head singer here at Breazeale on Saturday night as well. That's a good one.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need the words for that one.
All right. You're going to sit down, and we're going to play it in A.
Yep.
Tell them about that pretty orange and purple capo.
Yeah, let me get settled in here. This is a capo. If you don't know what a capo is, it's a device used to play in different keys. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, it basically raises the nut. So if you're playing a G chord with no capo on, you're playing G. If you move it up 2 frets, you go G. It goes G, G sharp, A. So if you put it on the 2nd fret, you're playing an A. Each fret is like 1 key on the piano. So every time you go up a fret, you would go up 1 key on the piano with using the same note. From G note on the piano, remember the black key above it is G sharp, and then the next white key is A. Well, each fret is like one of those keys on the piano. 1 fret is called a half step, 2 frets is called a whole step.
I don't know if you can see this, but these were custom made for Clemson University. It has an orange bar on it, a plastic bar that holds the string down. And then the back side is kind of purplish blue, Clemson colors. And we do have them for sale. They're $50 a piece. If you order more than 5, we'll give you a break on the price. So we have them back there. So if you're interested in a Clemson capo for guitars, then they're in the process of hopefully making our banjo capos. We've got several orders for that already. Yeah, you can contact me at 864-376-1482, and we'll ship it to you.
They're made by Page, P-A-I-G-E, Capo Company. I have a Page capo that I probably had for 20 or 25 years, and they're very good capos.
Yeah.
So I can vouch for them.
Yeah, sir, buddy.
Okay, you want to do the girl from West Virginia in A?
You ready?
I'm ready.
She told me that her name was Jenny. She lived in a cabin on the hill in a small mining town in West Virginia. I love Jenny, I guess I always will. Well, I thought I would always want to ramble. Well, I thought I'd never settle down. Well, let her in West Virginia, in the heart of a coal mining town. Well, I thought I would always want to ramble. Well, I thought I'd never settle down. Well, I met her in the hills of West Virginia, in the heart of a coal mining town. Yes, in the heart of a coal mining town.
All right. Miss Producer, did that blend okay? Okay, good.
Good.
All right.
All right.
We're gonna do another one. We're gonna do a few for you.
Yeah.
Maybe we ought to get Don to get his fiddle forward done and play Boil and Cabbage Down for you, but we won't do that yet. Don, what do you wanna do?
Well, just pick out another song, we'll do one.
How about, the old home place? I don't think
Yeah.
we've done that here. You know,
I know the word,
you don't
yeah.
need it, so
Yeah.
we do that in G
Yeah,
generally, don't we?
that's right. A lot of your bluegrass musicians, higher level ones, they play everything in B, a lot of music in B, but that's pretty high up there.
It is. That's where you really need your capo if you're a guitar or banjo player, and even some mandolin players probably use a capo. For B, you capo up to the 4th fret because you go from G, G sharp, A sharp, B. So the 4th fret puts you in the key of B if you play the G chord, C chords, and D chord shapes.
Yep.
So if you play a G chord shape, you're actually playing a B chord with the capo on the 4th fret. Okay? Take off, Don.
So
Been 10 more years.
it's been 10 long years since I left my home in shadow where I was born. Was cool for nights and smoke and ride, and the fox hunter closed his door. Well, I fell in love with a girl from town, thought that she would be true. Well, I ran away like that tune.
That's a good tune.
Yeah.
The Dillards wrote that, if you'll remember. The Andy Griffith Show from back in the 60s. Remember the old Darling family, Briscoe and Charlene and the boys never said anything, and they always looked poker faced, but boy, could they ever pick. And they would come to town, and the sheriff, you know, Andy would always have some kind of problem with them, but he would pick with them.
Yeah.
And something interesting about Andy that I fool with every now and then is he would play with his fingers, and he would hit down with his thumb, but when he chorded, he would pull up with his fingers instead of the typical standard pick a bass note and then pick down with your flat pick. If you watch Andy, he kind of would hit down with his thumb and pull up with his fingers, and that's the way he played rhythm, which I thought was
Yeah.
kind of neat.
Yeah.
So, interesting. That was an interesting time. They also at one point had a band called the Kentucky Colonels on there, which was a West Coast band that had Clarence, and I believe Roland White was in it too. This was when they were basically kids, basically teenagers, because it was in the early 60s. And you can go online, if you look hard enough, you can find the Andy Griffith Show with the Kentucky Colonels on it. I'm forgetting all the other names of that band, but
Yeah.
they were great too. As everybody knows, Tony Rice says he learned to play, from Clarence White, but Tony said, I heard him say one time, he never could play as well as Clarence White due to his limitations. And tragically, Clarence White was killed young in an auto accident. So he was not around, but that famous guitar that Tony Rice played until he passed away was the guitar that Clarence White played when he was young. A lot of history there, and I believe it was a Martin. I'm not sure what Martin it was, but it was a Martin.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Famous guitar. I think they say Gene Autry's Martin is probably the most famous, although I guess now Willie Nelson's
Yeah.
Martin that he calls Trigger, that's got the big hole in the front of it, I guess that's probably the most famous Martin now.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm just guessing, but,
What do you think that's worth?
oh, I have no clue what it would be worth.
We just saw Martin last year in Nashville. Whose was that? At 28. Was that a 28?
Oh, that was Earl Scruggs' D18.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
saw that. Gruen was selling it. They finally sold it, but it was the one that on the TV show had the two big black pick guards on it that Earl used to play with his finger style on all the guitar he played. They had to rebuild it, so it didn't have the big black pick guards on it anymore. It looked more like a traditional Martin with a pick guard that looked like that. The front of it looked like that,
Yeah.
which is the more traditional Martin. But Gruen's had it. It was a D18 from, I believe, about 1955. And the story on that is Earl bought it from the country musician Don Gibson. And Don had the great steel guitar player Shot Jackson cut the neck down on it to make it a little smaller neck. And because of that, because he took wood off of it, he put a truss rod in it. Do you have a truss rod?
Yeah.
Okay. Martin back in that day didn't put truss rods in them, so Shot put a truss rod in it and put those two big black pick guards on it. So that guitar sold recently at Gruen's. I always thought it ought to be in a museum, but I guess a collector probably has it now.
Well, Mark, I said it had a truss rod, but it doesn't look like it has the cover.
It could be something in here. But anyway, back in the day, Martin did not do truss rods, back when that guitar was built. But if you watch the show, there's a white truss rod cover that they covered the truss rod that Shot Jackson put in the neck.
Huh.
So anyway, that's a little history of Earl's guitar. And they said they had to rebuild it because it was so old and he'd traveled so much and played so much it was about to fall apart, someone said. So they rebuilt it.
That's playing a lot of guitar in there.
Yeah, a lot of beautiful guitar came out of that.
Yeah.
The You Are My Flower and the Cannonball Blues, and Earl was a fantastic fingerstyle guitar player, playing with the basic chords down at the bottom end of the neck there. He was just amazing.
Pretty
Okay,
soon-
Don.
Pretty soon, we're gonna have a banjo player doing backup with us up here. Probably, I'd say, what did I give you, about a month or so? Yeah, a couple months maybe on the outside. He's gonna be our backup banjo player. All you gotta do is play backup. He's really come a long way. great banjo player. I listen to him every week, and he improves. You can tell, you, huh?
Glenn Hartwell.
Glenn Hartwell's his name. I hope you don't mind me mentioning it live, but Glenn Hart will be up here very soon picking that banjo. He's done a great job. I've been here since he first started. He didn't even know it had strings on it. He didn't know much about instruments, I don't think. And he picked up that banjo, and Gary Bell's been giving him lessons ever since. And let me tell you, I wish I would have videotaped the first day he came in here, but he's done a great job, and he's continuing to hack at it, huh? Yeah,
Play that one?
yeah.
Love of the Mountains. One that Don does very well.
Open that, put it.
Okay.
This was my, our son's favorite song, Martin, that he loved to play. He said, Daddy, let's always play Love of the Mountains. This was his song, so we're gonna play that song for Martin today. Two trees on the hillside of the mountain, always looking up toward the sky. Remind me of my mama and my papa, who lived there 8 years before they died. Now the bright moon is shining in the valley. That old wagon leaves again a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by the cabin. Yes, my mom and dad rested there today. The burning of greenwood on the fireplace. The fun and fun is always but the trees. The dances of the by the day. And the rippling waters of the river. Now the bright moon is shining in the valley. That old wagon wheel again, stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by the cabin. Yes, my mom and dad resting there today. Well, Papa used to talk about the great day when he and Mama used to settle there. He spoke of the love of the mountain that he and Mama shared every day. Now the bright moon is shining in the valley. That old wagon leaves again a stack of hay. And the breaking of the by the bed. And the rippling waters of the gentle and the rippling waters of the gentle. That's a good song.
That's a good song.
Yeah, that was for you, Martin, buddy, up there in heaven somewhere. He's listening to us.
I believe that's a Larry Sparks song, and
Yeah.
you know what, Don?
What?
I believe that might have been written by the great Charlie Moore, who was from over here in Piedmont, South Carolina. A great bluegrass musician, passed on now. I don't think that says, but I think if you would look it up, I want to say Charlie wrote that one, Charlie Moore.
Charlie Moore.
Larry Jefferson used to play with Charlie.
Yeah,
Al
he sure
Osteen
did.
played with Charlie back in the day. Henry Hard Rock Dockery was bass player. Great band, great musician. Charlie wrote some great songs that are still in the bluegrass, I guess you'd call it lexicon. Leaving Detroit's one of them.
Oh, I love that song. I want to
Leaving,
learn that. We got to learn that song.
Leaving Detroit is one of them, and Picking Flowers from the Hillside, I believe might be one of them he wrote. That's a good song.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm not coming to it.
How much time we got left?
About done, aren't we?
I think we're about to the end of our program. We're going to close with one more.
According to the clock, you should be over, but according to your time, you got 5 more minutes.
Okay, 5 more minutes we got.
I think
Producer
I
said
have
back
less
here.
than that.
Do you know the words to Little Cabin Home on the Hill?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay, I'm not finding it in your book here. Is it in the front, maybe?
If you'll help me get started, it's in the, you're right near it, right there. About that green page,
The green page.
right here.
How about truck driving man? That's what you used to close out with.
I like the other one.
You want Little Cabin Home on the Hill?
Yeah,
You don't have banjo
Is that-
player today to rip it off like,
yeah, like Larry used to do it.
okay, well, I guess you're gonna have to wing it then, or else pick another one. We don't have much time,
So what are we doing? Cabin of
Little Cabin Home on the Hill?
tonight?
I'm
Yeah,
alone.
yeah, I got that one.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. Tonight I'm alone without you, my dear. It seems there's a longing for you still. I just keep you there so I won't be alone in our little cabin home on the hill. Oh, someone is taken from me and left me here all alone. Just listening to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Now when it comes to the end of our way and find there's no more happiness for you, just let your thoughts turn back once more if you will to our little cabin home on the hill. Well, someone is taken from me and left me here all alone. Just listening to the rain beat on my window pane in our little cabin home on the hill. Just listening to the rain in our little cabin home on the hill. Woo! I remembered all the words. I messed up on a few there, but
That's
I
good.
think that was pretty good.
Close out with hot corn, cold corn, and we'll be done.
Yeah, we're gonna do a last song. We're gonna close out with this.
Theme
Hot
song.
corn, cold corn, bring along the demi.
Okay.
Are you gonna sing it?
No, you're gonna sing it.
You gotta help
I'll
me.
do the verses.
Yeah, you do the verses. Okay,
Start with
ready?
the chorus.
Yeah.
Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi. Farewell, Uncle, we'll see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Well, it's upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. Upstairs, downstairs, out in the kitchen. See Uncle Bill with a raring and a pitcher. Yes, sir.
Well, it's a hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi. Farewell, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning. Yes, sir.
Well, it's old Aunt Peggy, won't you fill 'em up again? Old Aunt Peggy, won't you fill 'em up again? Old Aunt Peggy, won't you fill 'em up again? Ain't had one since I don't know when. Yes, sir. One more chorus, Don. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi John. Hot corn, cold corn, bring along the demi John.
Farewell, Uncle Bill, see you in the morning. Yes, sir. Hey!
Thank
Yeah,
y'all.
thank you all for watching today. Hope you enjoyed our music. We had fun. So we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Same time,